In the 1980s and 90s, club software companies focused on successful club member management while partnering with great POS programs like Digital Dining. In recent years, through consolidation and arrogance, these same club software companies have been forcing clubs to use their newly released feature-weak POS programs. Not wanting to see club management teams suffer, POS created Country Club Pro. Country Club Pro brings together the power of digital dining point of sale to run the dining room with either QuickBooks or Peachtree for accounting. Country Club Pro offers the features a club needs to manage both a member's billing and statements, along with frequent diner incentives to build loyalty and sales. Let's take a quick tour of the product and some of its features.
After the installation process, you'll have an icon startup on your desktop. Okay, once in the program, first place we're going to go is to the Help and About screen. And this gives the version number and a detailed description of the functionality for the program Country Club Pro. Next we're going to go into the Setup screen and in Account Settings. First thing you have at the top is the choosing of the accounting software, whether you're going with QuickBooks or with Peachtree. The QuickBooks basic settings, QuickBooks likes to use text or account names for their general ledger entries. So you need to fill in all the suspense, transaction type information along with sales tax and description of the charges. You'll notice throughout the program, anytime I put the mouse over a field, you get on the bottom of the screen a more detailed description and some suggestions on what needs to be in that particular field to assist with the installation and with the operator. Next we go into QuickBooks detailed settings. You have the ability to take additional information from Digital Dining as it goes over to QuickBooks. For example, you have generic information along with food, beverage total. You can include discounts and invoice transactions, charges, tips, sales tax, and if you'd like to have the sales tax percentage show up on the invoice, as you have that as well. Under the Peachtree settings, Peachtree prefers account numbers. So here is where you enter the actual general ledger account numbers. You have the ability to put some information onto the purchase order for the company. Discounted account information, displayed terms, transaction period, and then percentages is due date. The next section, the big one, is the minimum charges. This is where you have the ability to go over and select from Digital Dining the different type of accounts that are there. And over here are sales types, because you can exclude certain things from minimum charges. For example, cart rentals. Most clubs seem to prefer food and beverage as being the totals, but we have the ability to select up to 24 different sales types and have those be included in the minimum charges. You can have different types of accounts. You can have family or groups that have a different minimum charge from a single member minimum charge. And of course this information comes again right out of Digital Dining. So if we have a member charge for corporate accounts, we can include that over there. If it's everything, let's say just for breakfast, and we're excluding beer, liquor, and wine, we could go through and select all of the different food items or food sales types that we have here. We could segment then off of a different type of account, put in the amount for that particular one, say $40 per month, and then put over here what you actually want to see in the QuickBooks invoice F&B minimum. Now another great feature of the software is the ability to coordinate the ID numbers. It uses both the information from the AR house account information along with the frequent diner. So not only are you assisting the club in managing its billings, but you can also provide frequent diner plan and incentives to get the members to come back more often and spend more money. Now let's go into Query Dining Receipts. This screen allows us to go in and quickly find a transaction that took place. This screen is great for the first few days after the end of the month where members are calling in and they're questioning certain transactions. Let's say Mr. Williams calls in and he is account 2019. There's his name there, shows up. And if we'd like to see it by different profit centers, we can separate the transaction. Maybe he was at the pool or maybe he was in the pro shop. We can segment those transactions by location. We can filter if we have a check number straight to the check number, or of course we can filter by date range. Upon putting in the search criteria and hitting the search button down here, not only will you see the actual order information and what was on that particular guest check, but you'll also see the receipt information on how it was paid as well. Now we get into the process section where we want to put the house account information over and the actual member billing account. Going into minimum charges now. The club bookkeeper will select the date range for any particular time. Typically they're doing it for a month, but you could do this on a daily basis or a weekly basis by date range, or of course just by selecting the month itself. By clicking the process button, it goes into each house account and compares the total receipts for that particular minimum charge, for example food and beverage, and any account that falls short of that minimum. It then calculates the difference and puts that on the invoice as a separate charge. Member charges then process all of the AR information from that particular time period and transfers that over to QuickBooks to create the invoices and the statements for the members for that month. Now under File and Open, we have the ability to actually view the AR and Frequent Diner files. Make sure that Codebase Server is running, because that's how we access all the information in Digital Dining to protect its integrity. Okay, here under the information screen, you have the ability to search via the receipts or the Frequent Diner. Here we got number, name, and account name across the top, and we have the members' information, the Frequent Diner summary of information, if they're doing points, totals, last purchases. You have the interest and occasion information, and in the house account or accounts receivable summary information. All of this information, of course, again, coming straight out of the Digital Dining information. Through this one user screen, you have the ability to control both sides of the Digital Dining without having to access the different programs to make changes. So one screen to manage all of your club members. Now another powerful part of this program is the ability to import both AR members and Frequent Diner members from a list in Excel, ASCII, or a text file. Here you have the particular type of file that you'd like to import from. You find the file's name, where you have it stored, whether on a flash drive or on the hard drive, how the file is separated or delineated, the column headers, whether they're there or not, and whether you need to add or update or append the records. When attaching an import file, you have the ability to actually separate out each one of the names or values for that file, assign them up front before the file is then imported into Digital Dining. Going back into File Import, as you can see, the same screen exists for Frequent Diner. So anytime you have a customer who has a list of people they'd like to have into the Frequent Diner database, maybe an existing email list or an existing VIP program from another system, we have the ability now to put that straight into Digital Dining to execute Frequent Diner programs quickly and efficiently. Those are all the features in the program. We appreciate your time today, and we look forward to being of service to you. We hope you've enjoyed reviewing all the features within Country Club Pro. It's an outstanding program for interfacing the power of Digital Dining into an easy-to-use accounting package like Peachtree and QuickBooks. We look forward to helping you take your club to the next level.